work so hard for God's providence. Aren't you?
Sure.
Right? Yeah. And then let me share how I was brought up and what kind of points my parents inherited to me, and then what kind of relationship I got, when I have mission in Chongpyeong, so that in the afternoon I can have maybe more further, more information regarding the Chongpyeong. And recently, Mother changed the name from Chongpyeong to Cheonbo, so I would say Cheonbo, and then that province I can also share with you. Can you hear me well?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. And then this is the Bible quotes that I found from World Scripture, and I'd like to share this with you. For nothing is covered that will not be revealed, or hidden that will not be known. Matthew chapter 10 verses 26. This is from the chapter Life After Death and the Spirit World. And I was born into this beautiful family. This is my parents, and then my father and my mother. They are 430 couples, blessing, and then they received the blessing, as you know, 1968, and then many Korean members, they joined around that time, and I was very lucky that I have such a wonderful parents, mother and father. You may have heard this story that the most beautiful word in the whole world is mom and mother and mommy. Right? And I also have such feeling when I talk about my mother. And that feeling is connected to my beloved true mother. And in our Unification Church, Family Federation for World Peace and Unification, we call Father Moon and Mother Moon because they are our spiritual and eternal parents who gave birth to my eternal life. So through my father and mother, my physical, biological parents, I was able to see who Father is and who Mother is. And that was, I think, really good fortune and blessing, which was given to me. And I was born in 1972, and there is one city called Sangju, and that's in the middle of Korean peninsula. And we have South and North Korea, right? And it's in the middle. But my parents been serving church for a long time. Even before receiving the blessing, after joining the church, they became the church pastor. So they did so many church-related work as a pastor. And that means our families moves around a lot here and there. So even though I was born in Sangju, but I didn't stay there for a long time. Only, as far as I understand, only 1 year I stayed there. And then I moved a lot here and there. But I was very happy because I was able to see the flow and of the providence of God. And so I was very lucky. And I don't complain any thing that because my parents are the pastors, so our life is so difficult. I didn't make any complaint. I have 3 siblings, including myself, 4 children under my parents, and then I am the third. And my first, older brother, he was born in 1968, 69. As you know, at that time, from 1970, a lot of members need to be mobilized, right, in Korea to prevent the Korean War, right? And so many of my older brothers and older sisters age. My older sister was born in 1970. They had to go through a lot of difficulties. And there was one time my father shared in front of the members as a regional pastor. He shed tears and talking about the story, what happened to the children. And he didn't share as you know, parents that really, you know, could not take care of the children from humane perspective, but he shared this from God's perspective, and he really wanted let all the members of that church going back to their original mind when they met Heavenly Parent and true parents, so that they can fulfill their mission even more. So at that time, I was able to hear my father's tearful testimony. Many, I think, stories your family also had, right? And some of your children might felt, who's my father and who's my mother? I think when I was young, I had the same feeling toward my father, because my father is so busy. Yeah, he went to many places to do Father's mission, true parents' mission. And then I was lonely. I need Father. And then, but luckily, my mother was so amazing. She gave me such an amazing love. For example, a letter came from a girl, right? And then usually I was told by my father that you have to be careful of girls, right? Because you need to keep your lineage, right? That's really important. And then what I did was receiving the letter and then pass it to my mother. And then my mother was smiling at me like you. And then she was really happy. Oh, your age already reached this much. And then you know what we did with the letter? Yes, fire. Somehow my original mind, I think, knew that this is not principle, even though I was very young. And then, so I received a lot of love from my parents, even though my father was busy. Later, I realized how much my parents loved me, and especially after becoming a father. You know, the person in the middle, she's my beloved spouse, my wife. Her name is Min Young, and we are all Koreans. And my third generation children, I wish, and they might have international, I think, husband and wife. Yeah. But up until my generation, we're all full Koreans. And then sometimes my wife was asked, "Are you a Japanese?" And then she said, "No, I'm a Korean." And very beloved wife. And then through my wife, I can see heaven. And because of my wife, I can feel the presence of Heavenly Parent. When I go home without my wife, I feel something strange. Yeah. And then Chongpyeong, this Chonbong providence, helped me out a lot for me to relieve and remove all these fallen and inherited big burden which was from our ancestors. And then now I have 4 children. My father and mother, they gave birth to 4 children, and then I inherited the number 4 children. And then you know what? In Korea, if you have a lot of children, then you receive a lot of supports, financial supports too. So my last child, I don't know whether you might have noticed my last child, but he was born last year. So the first child, high school, first grade. The last child, for now, in numbers, last year, 2018, April 15. And then now he is standing up and then walking. 1, 2, and come and say, sometimes a little bit kind of like Appa, means daddy. And when I embrace my son, I don't know how to express my heart. Oh my goodness, it's heaven. There's one time, me and my baby, he did poo. You know, baby did poo, right? And then my wife was at a time, I think it was busy. And so I myself be ready to wash my babies, right? And change diapers and so forth. Me and totally became the original Adam. My son also became original Adam. He embraced me. Oh my goodness. Wow, the feeling that I got from him, I don't know how to express. I don't know how to describe. Amazing love. When he put his head on my chest, oh my goodness. I didn't do breastfeeding because, I'm sorry, I can't. I wish I could. But my wife was really happy when she gave, breastfeeding to my children. And then I can have some, I cannot say similar feeling, I'm sorry. But I think that's the similar feeling. If I were a girl, or what I mean is mother, then I could have the same feeling. Such an amazing family I was able to build since I came to Cheongpyeong. I came to Cheongpyeong 2005. You know how I was invited to Cheongpyeong? At that time, former President Reverend Ha, he came together with his wife. He brought a very fancy black-colored car. I was not persuaded, not because of the fancy car, but because of the color of the car. I've never seen such kind of color. Normally when you polish the car like, shiny, right? But then when I saw the car coming towards us, I shook my head. Where's that? It seems like angels are following together. Like the song, I don't know whether this is a suitable song for that situation, but twinkle, twinkle, little stars, right? How I wonder what you are above this. Totally shiny. Wow. So I already made up my mind. Okay. Whatever he might ask me, I would say yes. And then he invited me to Cheongpyeong as a lecturer. And then my wife, she studied pharmacy at Ewha Women's University. So she was invited as a pharmacist. So we both agree, okay, let's go to work. And then before becoming the lecturer, we need to go through the 40-day workshop. So I attended the 40-day. So before becoming staff members in Cheongpyeong, all of you, if you apply, especially young people, then you need to also go through 40-day. So I went through 40-day, and then at the time, I was really busy because I became a team leader with around 250 Korean members. At that time, 100th 40-day workshop. 100th. Now the number way much, bigger. But at that time, 2005 is 100th. Not 10th 40-day, 100th workshop. So special workshop. I attended. And then they asked me to become a leader. So I ran back and forth like a bullet. I run so fast. So when I go to the holy ground, many of you been to holy ground, right? I also went up to like a bullet, touch the ground, and then run down. Because there are many, many things that I need to take care. So I was doing like that, and on the 7th day and 8th day, one member came to say to something very special to me. So I was wondering why she came to me. She's a Korean lady living in America as the wife of a pastor. She said to me, God told me to give these pants to you. So I realized that I didn't change my pants for 7 days. My mind totally focusing on doing, this public responsibility, okay? And then, around 20th day or around that time, I went up to holy ground as usual, like quickly run and sat down and offered prayer. Something shiny, sparkling, I don't know how to explain. Again, falling down while I was offering prayer and then saying that don't worry. At a time I have a concern. Everybody has concern, right? I have my own concern too, as a human being. And then I received the answer, don't worry, it will be taken care of well. Wow, such an amazing blessing I received. And after that time on, I spent my whole time for Cheongpyeong, meeting members, listening to their words, and especially a lot of young second-generation members. They came to Cheongpyeong. They opened up their hearts. They shed tears right in front of me. So tears came to my eyes too, and remembered how difficult my path as a second generation too. So we cried together, shared together, listened together. That was one of the part of my life as a lecturer. And then this is my 14th year since I received this mission as a lecturer in Cheongpyeong. And then last year, I got new responsibility, which is branch providence. So, before receiving this branch providence, I had a lot of dreams about mother. Mother often came to me, I don't know. And I had a dream about 선지님. 선지님 is the daughter of one of the daughters of True Mother. Now she is the president of Family Federation for World Peace International. Right? She came to my dream. And then I had a dream of mother. And then I received a message that please come to president room, Reverend Lee Gi-sang. So once I received this message says something to me that, this is related to branch providence. No one said to me, but I recognize by receiving this letter, ding. You know how the receive comes, right? The message comes to you. And I went there. And then President Lee, the president of Cheongpyeong Heaven and Earth Training Center. As you know, the previous name is Cheongpyeong Heaven and Earth Training Center, which is the place where spiritual truth, spiritual education, and healing are taking place throughout the whole world. These members from around the world of Family Federation for World Peace and Unification, they're coming to attend this workshop so that they can be revived and resurrected. And the President, Lee, was calling me. So I went inside there. And then not only me, there are several people over there. So I was able to recognize, this is something special. And I sat down. Reverend Lee asked me, have you had any special dream? So I said, I was not the one who said yes first, but the other three, they said yes. They said, true parents' dream and so forth. And I also said, yes, I had a dream. And then the president talked to me about new mission. It will be given to you, which is the president of the branch. So I was very happy to see Mother. October 11th is the day that I met Mother. We 4 people went up together to meet Mother. And Mother fed us first with food. So we ate well together with Mother, listening to Mother's words. And that was really, I was so honored, so happy. There's one time I was able to sing in front of Mother. And then Mother asked me that, did you study comedy? So I said, what happened was, I sang one song together with other leaders, right? And then the song that we sang at that time was 무조건. You know the song? How it goes? This is, 무조건 is a very famous song in Korea. And then it gives us a sign that we will be, ready whenever Heavenly Parent and True Parents called us, right? So we sang that song, but all together. And I was the one who is the youngest among the singers at that time, all leaders. And then Mother said, encore. So I was the only one who remaining to respond that encore. So I did one more song. And then since I was in front of Mother, I invested my whole heart and mind with my gestures and, do my best. Because that's how my mind is, was moving. Because in front of my Mother, right? And then Mother said, encore. So I sang one more time. And then there's no music, but I used my voice, instrumental voice. And then after my song, Mother asked me, did you study comedy? So my answer, I was a little bit hesitant, right? Yes. That's what I said to Mother. The Mother was smiling at me, and that was several years ago. And then this time, I received this amazing mission. Through Chongpyeong province, I got amazing grace. Basically, 3 or 4 points I can share with you. When I was young, like your age, I went to the Sunday service and student service, Sunday nighttime service, and Wednesday service, and then Sunday morning 5 o'clock pledge. My father woke me up. Impyo is my name. Impyo야, that means impyo, right? Hi, Daddy, thank you. Yeah, and my body, difficult, but because that's what we're doing, what we're supposed to do. So I woke up 5 times. I go to Sunday service 5 times a week. And then that gave me a lot of, I think, formational foundation for me to grow well. And my identity as a second generation, I was able to find out when I was in middle school and high school, little by little. When I was in middle school, I did 7-day fasting. And then, after 7-day fasting, oh my goodness, something so beautiful image appeared in front of me. And I can tell, oh, this is the path that I'm going to walk. Such an amazing path I found. And high school is the same. I was one of the member of choir, the Sunday service choir, wearing the clothes like you guys, the brothers and sisters here. Yeah, we sang together with the senior members. And when I sing songs, I pour out my hearts and minds a lot. And then I feel Holy Spirit when I sing songs. So I love to sing songs. And So there are several stages where I was able to find my faith. And when I was in university, that was the critical moment that I needed to find, who am I? And what I did was, I went to 12-day Divine Principle workshop. Personally, my parents did not force me to do if I do not want to. But there are some things that I need to follow. For example, going to this church 5 times. I did it. Yeah. And then in the university, I went to the 12-day Divine Principle workshop. When I see the picture of True Father, my mind told me that that's your Father. So that's the moment I determined, okay, this is my path now. Okay, I will go to the blessing because I want to be blessed. I do my best since they are my parents, no matter what. And from that time on, even now, I'm following with my own will. So I'm very lucky. And through Chongpyeong Providence, I really received abundant grace. The first one, which I received, my relationship with God became so closer. Was able to understand easily who God is, who Heavenly Parent is, and who true parents are. Second point, I was able to liberate my ancestors and bless my ancestors so that I can receive abundant grace. Number 3 point, I was able to remove my fallen nature, especially illicit thinking, so that I can embrace my wife, the best wife in the whole world. Normally, after receiving the blessing, we are easily compare my spouse to someone else. I was the same. I'm sorry to God, but that's who I was. But I fought. Okay, let's fight. This is not from my original mind. I cannot be just standing, just sitting down like this. Let's stand up, fight. Was able to overcome by participating many Chongpyeong Providence and Chombo Providence. So I was very happy. The 4th blessing which I received since I was in Chongpyeong, I got 3 more children. Such an amazing blessing. And many other blessings I received, and I want to share those blessings also with you. And we've entered the 3rd stage of Chongpyeong Providence. And now the name has changed, it's Chombo. And then I wish all of you, not only me, but all of you can receive such an abundant grace. And plus, this blessing can be connected to the people here in this nation of United Kingdom. Heavenly Parent really love this people in this nation. And so I really hope that this Chongpyeong branch, Chombo branch Providence, can connect everybody to the bosom of our Heavenly Parent. As I conclude my sermon, I'd like to show you my whole parents and family picture. This is my beloved siblings, and my older sister are living in America, so they could not be here. This was taken in Korea. And then the other family members. My mother has Alzheimer's, so she cannot express her feeling well. But I believe she recognizes me inside her heart. And then I pray for her, and also God will do something for her because she dedicated her life so much for Heavenly Parent and true parents. And this is the basic contents that I would like to share with you. And if I have one more chance, in the afternoon, I can go further the province of Chombo. Thank you, everybody. Yeah.